Hey guys, BaoZakeruga here. Now, as I promised, I'm going to be doing kind of a review for Sony and Microsoft's E3 press conferences. And I'm not going to go into too much detail for every individual little thing to save time for you and myself. So I'm just going to do a quick rundown of everything, and I'm going to kind of list off the exclusives of each system, and also some games that were shown that are going to be for both systems and just my thoughts on them. So anyways, Xbox, they started off with the Metal Gear Solid 5 trailer. Personally, I never played Metal Gear Solid. Probably will one day, just was always turned off with the whole stealth thing. But I'm willing to give it a try. Plus it doesn't look that bad. And pretty much the whole conference, Microsoft focused on games, which is awesome. But of course they did not address the issues that were on everyone's mind, which is of course DMR and used games. But I figured, I guess, hey, we already pissed everyone off, might as well not make it worse. And to give you a list of the exclusives and my thoughts on them, well, at least the ones I could remember. First was Rise, and it was that Roman game that actually looked good to look at, but to play, I wasn't digging the plethora of QuickTime events. That was a big turn off to me. But whatever. Quantum Break, just a trailer. Can't really judge it. And it doesn't even give you a real sense of what the action or gameplay is like, so not much to really say about it. Premise, can't really say much about that either. Next we have Forza 5. And what can I say? It's a racing game, real racing simulator. But they did show off that cool, what was it called? The Race Atar, something like that. Which is a really interesting concept, but I won't be playing it. Dead Rising 3. Played Dead Rising 1, thought it was actually kind of crappy. But it did have charm, I gotta give it that. So I'm not really looking forward to this one. Although I kind of do want to play Dead Rising 2 one day just to try it. The whole weapon combining system, that's kind of cool to me. So one day I'll probably pick that up for cheap. Next game was Below. Really interesting. It looked like a game designed for ants, honestly. With the faraway looking camera. But it did seem kind of quirky, which is right up my alley, so who knows. I'll like it one day. If it comes to another system, of course. D4. Interesting premise. Lame looking combat. Kind of looked like a rhythm game with like green, blue, yellow, and you have to match it to go with the action. Not really digging that, but whatever. Killer Instinct. Now, when I first saw this, I was really excited. Killer Instinct, freaking awesome. I loved it on the Nintendo 64. But it kind of looks like they just took Super Street Fighter 4 and put skins of Killer Instinct characters over it. And honestly, it looks generic and ugly, and I'm just not liking it. So that was a really big disappointment after my initial, I guess you could call it, hype. Next up was Halo 5, or Halo, whatever they're going to call it. Really surprised like everyone else when the guy removed the hood to reveal Master Chief. Although the whole time I was questioning, why does a Spartan need a freaking cloak in the desert when he has armor? Like, is he trying to camouflage himself from something in the desert, like the big metal dragon we saw? Who knows? Maybe it was just to add dramatic effect, whatever. And the last exclusive that I want to talk about is Project Spark. Now, when I was reading the online comments during its reveal, a lot of people didn't really care for it, but I actually was really impressed. But I'm really into those like RPG maker games where you make your own games, and that just looked really cool. It actually really blew me away. And it's a shame that for right now it's an Xbox One exclusive. Hope it comes to PS4 or PC or something, because I really want to play that. It looks awesome. And next we will talk about the PlayStation 4 Conference. Quite a few things to talk about in this one. First and foremost, Sony straight up said that you will be able to use used games on the PS4. Awesome. And then they said that you will not be required to log in ever to play a game. Well, I mean, like, log in online ever, like the Xbox One. So also awesome. Big props to Sony for that. And then they even took a little jab at Microsoft by posting a video on their channel on a tutorial how to loan your games to your friends on PS4. And it was just one guy passing the game to the other guy saying here. Really funny if you've seen it. And now for the PlayStation 4 exclusives. Killzone, generic shooter for me, honestly. Not interested. Infamous Second Son. This looked really fun. Kind of looked like Dante, the new one, except likable. And the gameplay, the short piece they showed looked feasible. Concept is cool. Main character, kind of like him. So hopefully that game doesn't disappoint. Plan to pick it up one day in the future. Next is Knack, which was the first game they showed in the initial press conference with the little Lego golem guy. Looks okay. Not really interested that much in it. Next is Drive Club, which to me looks like Forza 5. Sorry, I'm not a big car buff. Next game they showed was Deep Down, which kind of looked like something out of The Witcher or Elder Scrolls. Medieval dragon and sorcery. Cool, but I don't think they showed any gameplay, so nothing to get too excited about yet. Next was The Order. This game has the potential to be very, very interesting. Takes place in, I think, late 1800s, early 1900s, something like that. And it's kind of like an order of maybe like priests or something taking down some demons, vampires, I don't know. But it looked kind of cool. One of the guys had a freaking Tesla gun, which was awesome. I just hope they don't make it a generic first-person shooter, or I will be very sad. And now, while these two games have been revealed not to be PlayStation 4 exclusives, I feel it's kind of only right to talk about them with the PlayStation 4. The first being Final Fantasy Versus 13, or as I should call it now, Final Fantasy 15. Gameplay looks pretty awesome actually. Looks like Kingdom Hearts on crack. And although I'm a big fan of old school Final Fantasy turn-based systems, I don't really mind that direction if they can make it really, really insanely fun like it looks. And of course a lot of people are mad because Versus 13 has been in production limbo for like forever. And now they're renaming it Final Fantasy 15. But I don't really care. And the next thing, which made me jump for joy, Kingdom Hearts 3. I did not see this one coming, and this game looks stunning. It showed Sora running from these Heartless, not really fighting them, kind of like jumping around, parkour style on the buildings, but just the frame rate, the graphics. And I'm not even a graphics whore, like graphics rarely really matter to me. But after playing Kingdom Hearts 2 so many times and being used to that graphic style, to see it upscale like this is just amazing, and I really can't wait for it. And plus, since Disney now owns Star Wars, because he's Star Wars in Kingdom Hearts, I'm all for a lightsaber keyblade. And next are just 3 random games I thought I'd throw in here since they're getting kind of a lot of buzz and they don't really belong to either system. First is Titanfall. A lot of people really like this, but I gotta be honest with you, I don't care for it. I love mecha, especially Japanese mecha. But here's the problem I have with the mechs in this. Okay, the game is a first-person shooter. You go on the ground, you shoot. And then when you get in the mech, you shoot. Alright, there's no difference really. Well, except for your left hand can stop bullets, but whatever, no big deal. I mean, unless these things have jetpacks that they haven't shown us yet, or something like that nature, I'm just not impressed with this. Other than that, it looks like a regular shooter to me. And the next game is Dark Souls 2. Can't say much about this. Never tried Demon Souls or Dark Souls. Looks okay, but congrats to fans who wanted it. And finally, Destiny, that new game from the makers of Halo. The original makers, Bungie, not 343. Um, at first I didn't think I was gonna like it, but honestly, it doesn't look that bad. Seems it has a loot system, which I'm all for. You can customize your character, apparently, customize their weapon, and that's really cool. Instead of just, Halo style, go here, shoot this, go here, shoot that with your assault rifle. Actually has some variety to it with teammates. So yeah, that actually has a lot of potential, and I'm kind of looking forward to it, surprisingly. But that's just my quick rundown of both conferences. I have to say PS4 beat Xbox One if just for the, used games and DRM issues that Xbox One has. But tell me what you thought about these two conferences in the comments below. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at BaoZakeruga. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And thank you for watching.